So this is where we take in the wool. And I don't know if you know, but we have all our Green Mountain Spinnery yarn, which you guys saw in the shop, but we also do custom work. So it's about 50% of our business, the custom work we do. So we get wool in from different dyers, different yarn salespeople or yarn makers, farms, big and small. I think you guys mentioned Jill Draper.
Yes.
Yeah, so we spin some of Jill's yarn.
Oh, wonderful.
So if you can come back here, if you'd like to, this is where for the Green Mountain Spinnery yarn, we use a lot of fine wool. We also use medium grade wool for a lot of our yarns. We send some bales to a dye house in Pennsylvania, and we get bulk dyeing done. And then when we're ready to make the yarn, we have different recipes for different colors.
Okay, so it's all dyed in the wool?
Most of it. Our cotton comfort, we make the yarn and then we send it to a dye house up in Maine to be dyed. And then we have some hand dyed skeins. This is where we scour, and today we filter all our water, so our filter's down, so that's why we're not scouring today. We're waiting for repairs. But we bring the wool back here. We have a heating tank over there, and we can heat the water to 170 degrees. We add soap to it, and we move it over to the tub. We put wool in there. We can fit about 10 pounds of wool per tub full. We let it soak for about 15-20 minutes. And what that does is soaking in the hot soapy water, it removes the lanolin. So it separates the lanolin from the wool. Once that soaks, we run it through this, what we call a scouring thing. And this was built for the spinnery. It's probably the newest machine in the spinnery, but it looks pretty old. But it's based on some of the big scouring trains, like I mentioned, down in Texas. And what happens is you turn it on, and these paddles turn, and these big cylinders turn, and the wool gets carried through with our help. Water that's getting pumped in there, and that's hot soapy water gets pumped into that bath, and rinse water gets pumped into these two. So the wool's getting carried through the different baths and then squeezed in between. But there's no agitation.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do you prevent the agitation of the felting?
It's just getting carried through and squeezed, so there's no felting. It then gets dumped out in this tub. From here we put it in the extractor, and that's the oldest machine in the spinnery. It was used to wash linens in a hotel up in Bellows Falls. And it's just like a giant salad spinner. We put the wool in here, then we put a rinse hose in there, and we spin it and rinse out the extra soap and dirt till the water runs clean. Take out the rinse hose, just let it spin so most of the moisture comes out. And from there we can put it in the commercial dryer. We only take wool up to 5.5 inches. Our machines just can't take anything longer, or else it kind of ramps up. So what we're doing here is, once we're ready to process the yarn, we make a production sheet telling everyone down the line what it's going to be. And this is the picking department. So they empty all the wool here, and they put it through the picker, which I can show you. And it's this big rotating machine that has sharp teeth in it, and what that does is it picks apart the fiber, because after we wash it, it's still in clumps. So this picks it apart. If we're blending colors, it'll blend the colors. If we're blending fiber, like alpaca and wool, it blends it. So we'll put it through, if it's really fine wool, we'll just put it through once and then put it through a second time, adding spinning oil. If it's coarser fiber, we'll put it through twice to kind of break it up, and then the last time is always to add spinning oil. So we're taking out the lanolin there, but then adding spinning oil here.
And are you woolen spun or worsted spun?
We're woolen.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So woolen spun is kind of loftier. It kind of crisscrosses the fibers instead of having them all go in one direction.
Yeah.
So from here, the wool gets pumped in here through this pipe. And it ends up here. Here's some. Sometimes this room is full. So here's some. I think I could kind of smell the oil. From here, he puts it into the card. This is the hopper, so this is the beginning of the card. The card goes the whole length of the building. It goes through all the drums and rolls, creating a nice even sheet. But then at this point, so if someone wants carded fleece like for hand spinning or felting, this is where we would bag it up. But you'll see here's this beautiful kind of uniform sheet. It gets gathered up, carried over this ladder, but then it gets laid in the opposite direction. So the fibers are going one way here, and then they're kind of going, you know, crisscrossing here.
Okay.
So that just creates like a loftier yarn
with more air
in it. So it's supposed to be warmer, is what I've heard. And then the light reflects off it differently. So the worsted spun yarns kind of look sleeker and feel a little bit sleeker because the fibers are going all in one direction, whereas this is going like this. So it looks a little bit more hand spun. Then it gets broken up on these tapes into what we call pencil roving. So little tiny pieces of carded fleece that looks like yarn, but it has no twist yet. So that gets put onto these spools. And we have some here. Oh, that was a bad example because this all is just like carded fleece. But it just pulls apart really easily because there is no twist to it. So then from here, once these get all filled up, Marissa carries them over to her spinning frame. And the spinning frame has 48 bobbins on each side. So when we're spinning singles, we can spin 96 at a time. Right now she's spinning a 2-strand. So this is going to be 2-strand fingering, and then we're going to take some of the 2-strand fingering and put it onto the flying machine. So actually there'll be 4 strands, and that's going to turn into a worsted weight yarn. So depending on the fiber and what the customer wants, we can card it one weight and then build it up to what they want.
Okay.
For example, Catskill Merino, they have all very fine wool, so we want to card it really light. But then he sells a bulky yarn. So his heaviest yarn is a 6-strand bulky. So we take 6 of these and feed it onto one bobbin. And it creates this really fluffy, bulky yarn. From here, once these bobbins are full, Larissa brings them over and puts them into the steam cart. And we roll it into the steam box. It goes into the steam box for about 2-3 hours. That sets the twist. So 2 of those spun strands are going to be twisted together in the opposite direction. Again, when she's done with that, she gets put in the steam cart and steamed for 2 hours to set that twist. And then we finish. So we either put it on cone, like Marissa was just coning something,